Well, it is a mild night here in the southeastern part of the country, and it's time for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
To kick off for Atlanta.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to 42. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
First down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You talk about this Falcon defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
Now it's Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Next receivers have spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Falcons had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. And complete to Drake London. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Nick Folk for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Ravens nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return. Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Falcon football. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To the air. Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this would be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And they'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20. It's got Hooper on the short connection. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal.
And the Falcons, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. Robinson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his second TD in the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Third connects on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Folk out there now to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avion Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Penix. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And he fires one incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Penix to the air once more. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Jackson now. Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And Jackson throwing once more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here's Ryan Eckley now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 17-0 lead in tow, they might not be too eager to press the issue here. That's out wide here for Robinson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 37-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That one deep for London. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson. Going deep for Walker. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now they'll audible to something else. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's got Hooper on the short connection. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point has been given by Folk. And the lead is now 24.
Falcons 24. Ravens nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
But if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 72 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Nick Folk for the extra point.
Folk connects on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Falcons 31. Ravens 8.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Intercepted.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 131 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Robinson. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Folk for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
And he's got room. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. On for the extra point is Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 44, Ravens 8. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way into dropping.
But what they got to do now, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Henry up the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Looking middle and finding Branch.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
First and 10.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To the air, Penix.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. Now Folk for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 51. Ravens 8. Nick Folk to kick off.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Thirty-eight-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Jackson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 34. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Ravens 1st down.
Now it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
See scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed
bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in Shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
As a kid with other southern rapper hooded than this, I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show bedtime. It's clear.